Right, well, hello. Welcome to the After the Gig podcast,
Thank you.
where we talk to your favourite local artists. I'm in Tipsy Allen Pontypridd with a cocktail, and I'm with Jordan Dale. So, do you want to tell us a bit about yourself, Jordan?
Yeah, so I'm a 24-year-old artist from South Wales. I just recently released my debut single, Sweet Memories, at the end of September this year. You know what? There's not much to say. I'm quite boring. I mean, grew up with music, got a musical family. That's how I kind of got into it. Went to see a famous TikTok busker one time in Coventry, and it all escalated from there. Really, he put me on the mic, and met his producer, and voila, I got my own song.
Cool. So, okay, let's talk about what's your favourite song to cover or to play live?
So recently, it's actually been Country Roads by John Denver.
You have been doing that over mic, actually.
I have, yeah.
I'm surprised you didn't say your own song, though.
No, so it's funny actually. I don't actually like doing my own songs like open mics and things. Obviously, when it comes to doing your own shows, a bit different. But doing it like open mics, I think that's like I use it as like a platform to explore or try and broaden the list of covers that I can do.
Exactly, yeah.
And Country Roads as well kind of like holds a bit of a personal spot because my granddad is absolutely obsessed with John Denver.
Oh.
He won't play anything else on radio or CDs. It's all John Denver.
It's just
so I
John
just
Denver.
grew up with that. So now I've actually been able to not master, but be able to do it to a good standard. And I'm like, yes, go to
enough
song.
To please granddad.
Yes, definitely. Yeah.
So you've recently started out, so you haven't done that many gigs, but do you want to talk about the gigs you have done? Where have you been?
Yeah, so I started off from meeting the famous TikToker, Jason Allen.
Yeah.
That was at the beginning of May this year, and from that, you invited me to basically be in a competition to be voted to open up for him.
Yeah.
And from that, I won it and opened up for him in Coventry on 30th of May this year. And that was insane. At that point, I didn't have my own song. So I had to do I'm Yours by Jason Mraz.
Classic.
As like part of like showcase opener. So there's a few artists. I just had to do one of them. And then following on to actually my release date, 26th September, about a week before that, I was messaged being asked to come back and perform my debut single. So I went and done that right after an operation, I will add. So I was limping around the freaking place.
Commitment, though.
Yeah, definitely. I woke up aching the next day. But yeah, that was insane having people. It was release day, and I could see people in the crowd singing back to me, and it was absolutely wild. At one point, my voice went all over the place because
you start choking up.
Yeah, so choking up. I was, oh my gosh,
this release day. It's emotional. Yeah, it is emotional. So should we talk about writing? We're obviously talking about your songs at the moment.
Yeah.
So what's your writing process and your inspiration?
I mean, a lot of people come up with lyrics first, but like I say, you got a lyricist, you got a melodist. I don't know if melodist is a word, but if it is, you got melodist, melody, wherever it is.
I don't know.
But I always come up with a melody. I'll randomly just be like, I'll be sat at work or just be sat at home in the car, wherever. I'll just start doing some with my hands, tapping a beat. And next, I have a melody in my head I've created. I'm like, oh, it's going to stick. Record it straight away.
Yeah.
Get to workshopping on lyrics then. And I suppose with my debut release, it did have some sort of personal connection. It was associated to obviously loss that I haven't experienced, by the way. My parents are very much alive. But I was having these recurring nightmares, really, about losing my parents. I think it came from maybe some background anxiety in my head, from kind of witnessing my parents getting older, seeing them get off, the sofa a little bit, it takes a bit longer, and it became a real realization for me. And I was like, oh wow, that must have affected me more than I realized, because I was waking up in panic attacks, and I'd be panting, obviously, tears running down my face, and it was just every single night consistently. So I was like, I gotta get this out of my head somehow. Write it down, turned it into a song. But for the EP that I'm writing at the moment, it's just been about sort of emotions around riding the wave of trying to be an artist. So the ups and downs and it's it's an interesting one.
When we all get it, we all understand. It is hard. So, when you were looking at releasing new music, what was the steps you took? So, if you were explaining it to somebody who wants to get into music, like obviously you said you met up with TikToker Jason Allen, yeah,
Yeah.
and like obviously he helped you with the production and stuff side of it. So,
Yeah.
how did you
So
find navigating that as a first timer?
I think it was quite, for me, I found it fairly easy compared to what other people would. I mean, I had a
Yeah.
really good producer. When I met Jason's producer, he explained everything so thoroughly because I was asking like 101 questions.
Yeah.
But I think for me, I'll talk to anybody. So asking
Yeah.
101 questions, I don't care about asking you 101
Yeah.
questions.
Yeah.
But a lot of people, I've actually had a couple of people already ask me like, how do you do this? How, you know, like
Yeah.
the DistroKid setup
Yeah.
and the sort of route into actually putting music on a platform. So yeah, get on DistroKid. There are other ones like
I
Ditto,
also
CD
advocate for
Baby, and
DistroKid
so
as well.
forth.
I use that
But
too.
yeah, it's called a musical aggregator. It's basically the middleman that puts your music on everything. You need to get one really to put your music out there.
Yeah, it's go-to for if you're an independent artist.
Yeah, definitely. Obviously, if you're with a label, it's very different then.
Yeah.
But yeah, I signed up with that. Obviously, get your producer.
Mhm.
Do your day in the studio, and as soon as you get your your revisions back and you're happy with them, get it uploaded. Make sure your producer gives you all the information. There will be
Yeah.
bits. If you're a new artist, there will be bits you do not understand in the entire like
Yeah.
write-up. So yeah, just make sure you're very clued up on what you're ticking.
Yeah.
And the one thing I would say as well, definitely tick the box that says about your legacy, because that way you don't lose your music if you ever cancel with DistroKid, because you can lose it entirely.
Right, that's good advice. That is very good advice, actually.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I have to check that on mine.
I think it's a one-time payment as well.
Just in case.
It's like a one-time payment, like £25, something like that, I
Yeah.
think, and then from that, your music's safe.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to check that out.
Yeah.
So, like you said, you've only done a couple of gigs, but I always ask, what's the weirdest thing that's ever happened to you at a gig, or that you've seen at a gig? Maybe it was something you've gone to, not necessarily when you've played.
Oh, well, if gone to, I've seen bras and all sorts thrown on stage. It was actually Ollie Murs' concert, and the woman who threw a bra was like an 80-year-old woman.
Damn.
All because he sang "Happy Birthday" to her.
Oh, well, fair enough.
Yes.
That's all it takes.
Thanks.
To be fair,
Throw a bra.
for us girls, you say happy birthday to us, and we're like, oh, take
especially
me,
if you're Ollie
yours.
Murs, I suppose. You've got a bit of glitz behind you.
I suppose so. Yeah. I think he's a bit of a Michael Bublé from Wish, like.
Yeah,
Like a poppy Wish Michael Bublé.
Yeah, maybe, we'll go with that one. Let's not tell him that though. I don't think he'd appreciate
I think
that.
he knows. I think he knows.
Yeah.
So what about like in the future, your dream collabs? Like if you were in an ideal world super famous and you could like tour with anyone or gig with anybody or write a song with anybody, living or dead as well, because
Why not?
Yeah, so
like
it's always a hard one, this one.
going into the industry, or like when I first started writing music and I was thinking about the concept of it, it was always, he was new on the scene when I went to see him as well. It was always Alex Warren.
Yeah.
I mean, he's doing his own thing. He's got a bit big now. But as time's gone on, to write a song with, I'd actually love to write a song with Charlie Puth.
Oh, yeah.
I think like he's an insane artist. He just makes music like it's not.
Oh, I've seen the video.
Yeah, I've seen the video with the spoon
and the cup and
yeah,
stuff. Yeah, I've seen
and
that.
I think that's absolutely insane. And like the other person that comes to my mind straight away would be, even if it's just to write a song and not, sing with him, be Justin Bieber.
Oh, right.
Just from a talent perspective,
Yeah.
like he's an incredible vocalist and musician. Like I've seen like the videos of him like just completely like, just what is the word? Choreographing. Yeah. But we'll just call it choreographing, even if it's wrong.
Yeah.
But
the dancey thing.
Yeah. Just put it together music. He's like he wants the piano here, so you can make the piano go in here and do this and do this. And you just see him building this masterpiece together. And it's absolutely insane. But a little fact as well, Charlie Puth actually wrote the song "Stay" by Justin Bieber and Kid Laroi.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
right. I didn't know that.
No, I didn't know that till the other day when I seen it on TikTok.
TikTok is a fountain of information.
Yeah, it is.
So I've got a little game to play.
Right, okay.
And this is called Band or Bunk, everyone's favorite.
Band or bunk?
Band or bunk, yes. So what?
Band or bunk?
I haven't really got like a theme song for it yet. I've got like just like some catchy background music, you know, the free kind that you're allowed to use for YouTube. But it's we might have to get all of us and we'll record a band or bunk theme or something together.
Yeah, it makes me think of like, I do like when those like adverts for a board game back in the day.
Yeah, I want it to be like super cheesy.
Babbit.
Exactly, yeah. That's exactly what I want it to be like. So, band or bunk, I'm going to give you some band names and you're going to tell me if they're real bands or fake bands.
Right, okay. Here we go.
So, number 1 is Skinny Puppy. Is that a real band or is it bunk?
I like these can be any sort of grade of band, I'm assuming, from very unknown to
Yeah.
Skinny Puppy.
Yeah.
I'm inclined to go band.
That is correct.
Yeah.
It's a real band. It's a Canadian industrial rock band formed in 1982.
Okay.
And it was named after one of their friends' dogs because it was skinny and it was not
Okay.
good. It's not a very nice story. It's glossing. Number 2 is Swarm Agenda. Is that band or bug?
My mind's telling me no. I'm gonna go with bunk.
Bunk? Yeah, you're right. 2 for 2.
Go.
There we go. That's a fake band. I name generated that. Number 3 is Pooh. Is that a real band name?
It's
or
gotta
is
be
that
real, haven't it? Someone's done that, haven't they?
It is a real band name.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's 3
so,
for
yeah.
3. It's a Slovenian 2-piece band. They're an electronic band, and they've only released one single called Fluorescent in 2005.
Twins? Oh, yeah, okay, yeah.
Yeah, Pooh.
Is it actually spelled?
Yeah, it's spelled Pooh.
Right, okay.
Yeah. So number 4 is The Electric Prunes. Is that band or bunk? Electric Prunes.
How many of these do you have for me?
Only 5.
Okay. Electric Prunes.
Yeah. Is that band or bunk?
That's a band.
That's true. Yes, it is a band. You are 4 for 4 now. They're a psychedelic rock band from California. They formed in 1965. And Kenny Loggins actually depped for the band and wrote 4 of their songs.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. And number 5, Tramp Riot. Is that band or bunk?
Do I go? Am I gonna get a 5 now? Tramp Riot.
Tramp Riot. Is that band or bunk?
I feel I'm gonna get it wrong. Bunked.
That's true.
Oh,
Yeah, you did it. Yeah,
5 for 5.
5 for 5. You are up there with Junk Show. They got 5 out of 5.
Oh,
as
did
well.
they?
Yeah. So. That was band or bunk. Cue editing.
Band or bunk.
So, lastly, I'd like to talk about any advice you would give to musicians, people who are up and coming, even if it's something simple about like stage anxiety or confidence. Is there any advice you would give to?
Like when it comes to going on stage, I think the waiting is worse than the being on the stage.
Yeah.
Like 100%. When you're on it, just go for it. Everything's just tunes out. So you just do your song and that is that. In terms of like general advice, I actually made a video on this yesterday. I think it was yesterday about like support from like closest people and strangers.
Yeah.
Don't rely too heavily on support from anybody, because if you let that sort of like guide where you're gonna go, you won't get very far.
Yeah.
You just gotta have self-belief, just grit to actually get through even like the rusty bits and persevere. And obviously if you do that, then sky's the limit.
Yeah, right. That's good advice. I like that. So, do you want to plug yourself, your socials, where we can find your music, any upcoming gigs you've got, anything planned for the future?
Yeah, so
Plug away.
my artist name on all platforms is Jordan Dale. My social media is Jordan Dale UK on Instagram and TikTok. Just Jordan Dale on Facebook, and on, it's called X now, isn't it? It's Jordan Dale Music. I think I got one follower on there at the moment because I don't do anything on it at all.
Right. Well, that's us. I've lost my remote. I've found it again. Thanks to John for coming us home to it.
Thank you very much.
Today. Thanks to Tipsy Owl for letting us come down, and catch him on his socials.
Peace out.
Peace out, guys.